Fixing Toyota's ridiculous Tacoma seat pull delete. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done to add these back in to the rear seats, the way they should be. Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? And that's right, I am going to fix Toyota's ridiculous seat pull delete on the Toyota Tacoma. It's crazy why they didn't put these in. I'm going to show you what I'm doing to go ahead and add these back in. I'm going to use a bungee cord. Now, it's probably not what you're thinking. The reason I'm using this is because I like the design in it. You know, it has blue in it, kind of to match the truck a little, and I know it's not exactly the same, but it has this blue-black pattern and it's the right thickness. And I thought the fact that it's bungee might actually be beneficial for what I'm going to do. So first of all, let me take you over and show you what I'm talking about. In the rear seats, Toyota deemed it necessary, I guess, to save tons of money by getting rid of the seat pull that used to be right there. And there still is a threaded nut, which I know the light's probably not great, but there still is a threaded hole right here, if you will, that you can screw a screw into and attach a seat pull. And I like that idea. There's one on each side. Now, if you're concerned, or interested rather, with the size of this thing, or the bolts, they are a metric M6, and then I bought a 1 inch, probably a hair too long, 3/4 probably plenty, but I couldn't find any. But it's an M6 1x20. That's the thread type, if you will, for that hole. So what my plan is, I'm going to cut this bungee into probably 6-inch strips, one for each side. And then I'm going to punch a hole in the center and go ahead and mount a 1/4-inch eyelet. And the idea is, to keep it from fraying and stuff, to put the screw or the bolt through the eyelet and then screw into that hole in the back. Now, I am going to overlap it like so. So it's going to end up looking, minus the hook here, something about like this. And then the pole, which you see here, will hang out over the top. The eyelets will be down here. And then I'll screw it in and be able to pull the seat. So let me check my measurement, make sure I know what the heck I'm doing, and then I'll show you the process. Okay, here we go. First of all, I measured, and I'm actually going to go 12 inches. It would be 6 inches folded over. In other words, 6 inches long when you fold the 12 inches over, right? So I went ahead and cut myself a 12-inch long piece, you guys can see there. And then I am going to take a lighter, and real quick, I'm just going to kind of melt the ends of this because I don't want it to fray. And then I'll pop it over and put a couple of holes in it on each end, if you will, so that I can insert these little eyelets to protect it, you know, from pulling on it and stuff so it doesn't fray once I have it bolted down with the bolts here. So let's go ahead and we'll see if I can manage to melt the ends here without catching anything on fire. That's obviously not my intent. So I just want to heat these up just a little bit. Again, just to kind of melt the end. I don't want to burn it. I just want it to get a little harder, if you will. And it won't take much. Matter of fact, that feels like about it right there. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Matter of fact, I'll do both sides here. There. And I'm just trying to melt the ends. This is that plasticky kind of material, right? So it should melt up pretty good. Let's go ahead and get the other side just to be sure. There we go. And that's really all it should take, right? And I think that's pretty good. I don't think that's going to fray. So now the key is going to be to get holes in this so I can go ahead and put the little eyelets in, like you can see right there, hopefully. And that's where my bolts will go through. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, got the straps all set up. Let me show you what I've done. I'll show you everything. These are the two little eyelets that I messed up. This is what I practiced on. And I suggest if you're going to do this, you practice on a scrap piece first of all, just to make sure you don't ruin the only other pieces in my case that I had. And all I did to get the slits in these, you know, I thought for a long time how I could get holes in these without ruining them. I just folded it over and then with a pair of scissors just cut a slit and then sandwiched the eyelet in there. These are pretty easy. You just put one over the other through the hole and then bend these little tabs over. And I'm sure there's a device to do this. I didn't have it, so I just used a screwdriver to push these little tabs you can see, which are actually on this one right here, over. And then I just hit it with a hammer lightly a couple times. Now you can see they're not perfect, of course, but you're never going to see these. They're going to be behind the seat. So you need that. You need your bolts, screws, whatever you want to call them. And then I'm going to put a washer in between the edge of the screw and the little eyelet here to protect it. So let's go over and I'll put these in. You guys can see what it looks like. Okay, got you guys set up out here. Here's the seat, of course. And right there is the little threaded bolt hole from when they actually did put these in. Now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this thing just over itself like so. And then we're going to put the screw through like so. You guys can see, I hope. And then, let me turn you guys a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and just tighten this on in here. Should be that simple. There is foam just behind where the screw hole is, so not a big deal. It'll just push into that a little bit. It shouldn't make any difference. Just going to go ahead and tighten that down. Hold it up here while I do that. And you could put some anti-seize on here, I suppose, if you want to make sure that it never moves. I'm not overly concerned about that. But if I do notice it coming loose, I will put some anti-seize in there. Again, I just want to make sure that I get it lined up. And that's it, right there. And again, you're never going to see the back of this, so not a real big deal there. Now, let's go ahead, test it out. This is the inaugural test. I have not put this on prior. So, you just go ahead, put it down like so. And right there is the seat pole sticking out much like the other one did originally. To put the seat up, well, let's try it. You should be able to just grab onto that and pull the seat up just like so. That is how it used to work. That is how it's supposed to work. I like this color. Again, it is blue. It doesn't match exactly, but it's close enough for me, and you don't really see it anyway. Again, just put the seat back down. And there you have it. Funny how they took that out, right? So I'm going to go ahead, get the other side put on, and then I'll show you what it looks like with both sides on. One more test here. There you go. Just awesome. Okay, there is the other side on. You can see it peeking out beyond the shadow of my camera there. Again, not real obtrusive. You just want something to grab onto should you need it. And there it is. Here's the other side again. Go ahead, put that down. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that's the way it should have come originally. Obviously, you don't have to go with a color. You could go with anything you want. I chose bungee because I wanted a little bit of stretch action on this thing. And that's what bungees do, right? So, I think it came out pretty darn cool. There's a shot down the side. The camera will focus. There you go. You can see each one, the one there and the one over there. Anyway, that is the fixing of Toyota's ridiculous Tacoma seat pole deletion. I don't know why they did that, but I fixed mine now. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this little addition. I'd be curious to know. Maybe you've done it. Maybe it doesn't bother you. Let me know. Also, real quick, if you're interested, check out my other channel. It is RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.